Man, we had just witnessed just incredible basketball play from the Las Vegas Aces as they are the 2025 WNBA Finals champions for the third time in 4 years. They win 97 to 86, led by the way of Asia Wilson. She had led the entire game, the only women's player in WNBA Finals history to average not only over 28 points per game, averaged 30 points in the finals, and now is set in stone, cast for the record for the set in stone for women's basketball, and set in clear in stone for not only winning her second WNBA Finals MVP, her fourth league MVP, defensive player of the year, and Finals MVP all in the same year. Only she has done that in women's basketball, and she also set a record only held in a finals performance led by from Cheryl Swoops back in '98. Excuse me, my fault, wrong player. Cynthia Cooper in '98. But only Asia Wilson has set the record in a single year and led on a 15-game winning streak for the Vegas Aces to have the second best record in the league. That is just an incredible accomplishment. And also the player movement to have Jewel Lloyd, who was already a two-time finals champion from the Seattle Storm, Dana Evans, the sixth woman on the team who already had a championship back in 2021 with the Chicago Sky. Their presence coming off the bench, their effort, their grit, the grit and grind from both of them to go along with the big three with Asia, Jackie Young being the best guard in the league, and Chelsea Gray being the point guard that she is. She is also securing another WNBA Finals championship on her belt, and this is just an incredible accomplishment and feat for them. You know, they control most of the entire game throughout, except the fourth quarter. Oh, hey guys, Sigma, Daniel Ramirez. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, they controlled the game throughout most of the entire. Oh, Daniel Ramirez. I said, hey, what's going on? Yeah, they controlled the game for most of the entire 3 quarters until late in the fourth, until the end of the third and late in the fourth, when Phoenix tried to make a run. Hey guys, what's your thoughts about the WNBA Finals? Oh, hey, I just got on. I was just watching the WNBA Finals just now. So yeah, getting back to what I was saying, they controlled all 3 quarters until late in the fourth. Yes, I just got on, Sigma. Yeah, the Vegas Aces controlled the game throughout all 3 quarters. Yeah, they controlled throughout mostly 3 quarters. And throughout, you saw that the grit and the grind and also the experience, the turnovers for Phoenix was just a complete difference in the game. They forced the ball out of AT's hands. You know, Kalea Copper scored 30 points, but she got into foul trouble. They controlled throughout most of the game, throughout all 3 quarters. And not only that, I end up seeing that throughout the entirety of the game, Kalea Copper just couldn't get. She just her 30 points in the game. Alyssa Thomas, I believe, she had I think she had a triple double. Yes, she did. She had 17, 12, and 10. That just wasn't enough. DeWanna Bonner did have a double double, but that wasn't enough McConnell, she had 10 points, but that just wasn't enough. To me, in my opinion, the Phoenix Mercury just wasn't a match throughout this series. Matchup problems were just all the way around. They did try to get Satu Sabally, in game 3 going, but it just wasn't enough. To me, it just wasn't enough at all. Phoenix was just not a good matchup. It's just a bad matchup overall. And to me, there was certain things, so many things that they need to work on because the turnovers was just a key difference. They had 16 turnovers in the game, and the Aces scored at least 28 points off of those 16 turnovers. Transition buckets, transition threes. There was a matchup on Asia Wilson. That was a problem when they end up throwing in Catherine Westbeld, and then they finally played Kalani Brown, which I would have thought that they would have played her throughout game. They should have played her in game 2 and game 3. That would have been the adjustment I would have made if I was Coach Tibbetts. And Nate Tibbetts, speaking of him, he got ejected early on in the fourth quarter, which I did not, early on in the fourth quarter, which I did not like that call at all. I thought that was a dumb call. I didn't think that call any more warrant enough to even get him ejected. That was just I just did not like that call by the officiating. But it still wouldn't even matter regardless because the Aces overall just had control and they just had the pulse of the game, knowing that the women had worked hard after losing by 53 points to the Minnesota Lynx early on in the regular season. They just locked in. They were 24-3 since that time, and they went on an absolute winning streak. They were just sensational throughout the entirety, and they proved once again with the experience, with the added pieces. A lot of people were saying, "Oh yeah, Jewel." A lot of people on ESPN was saying, "Oh yeah, Jewel Lloyd should just retire." Oh, they might not get to a championship with Dana Evans there. Alyssa Smith was not that good, and not even just ESPN. People on YouTube who are so-called, who are basketball fans, people that were pretty much haters throughout the entirety was kind of saying that, oh yeah, they wasn't gonna get to this point. They wasn't gonna get to the championship and end up winning. And they proved all the haters and proved all the naysayers and all the doubters wrong throughout, man. So that is a really good win for them. And a salute to Coach Becky Hammond and the staff of the Vegas Aces. I've already had proclaimed early on, as you can see and if you guys have seen the time before you got on, I already had said this early on in the year and broke down why A'ja Wilson won her 4th league MVP and why I believe she is the best, not only the best women's player in the world, I pretty much believe she's the top 2 greatest women's player of all time. And and they're pretty much not going to be done by a long shot. Next year it's going to be all hell to pay for her. A lot of stars. They're definitely going to be working to climbing that mountaintop again. And I'm happy for them throughout. And so this is a solid run for them. Now, if anybody would notice, the fact that A'ja Wilson put the team on her back with people like Kirsten Bell and Alyssa Smith and Kia Stokes, Shia Parker Tyus, a group of women that, wasn't even really averaging or even getting close to getting in double figures. And, people like Aaliyah Nye wouldn't even get that much playing time. And Gustafsson wasn't even getting that much playing time at first until later on in the conference finals and then in the WNBA finals. For the fact that she was able to get that much playing time, and A'ja Wilson also, being that the leader that she is and galvanize the team and the group. It's only you only say a lot less and only say a lot less and a lot little. So that just goes to show you how much of the heart of a champion and the will that it is, man, to get there and get it done. So really, really good win for them. We'll see how next year goes. We'll see how the CBA negotiations, because they end on October the 31st, and how that's going to go for next year for the women's salary cap. I will talk about that also. But tell me what your guys' thoughts is on the WNBA finals. Who did you guys have winning? Also, and what did you guys thoughts about the Vegas Aces, Las Vegas Aces, winning the third championship in 4 years? And do you think that this team is pretty much either a dynasty, or they're on their way, on their cusp of being a dynasty? Tell me what you guys think down in the comments section, or if you guys were even paying attention to it or not. Let me know. But yeah, those are just my thoughts as I'm gathering it now. Yeah, now I'm looking at it now. 3 MVPs, 3 titles in a 4 season span. Only Bill Russell from 61 to 63 has had that as only player in WNBA history that has accomplished that. And now Asia Wilson is in that, and now Asia Wilson is on that cusp in that conversation. If that does not dispel you guys to even think that she is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best women's basketball player in the world, I don't know what is, and pretty much the greatest in the world. I don't know what does, man. That is a hell of an accomplishment, man. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys, um, for the recap and the pretty much the coverage for the WNBA finals. I just didn't feel like calling a game tonight. Felt good just watching it, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming on and commenting. Um, I'm gonna get on out of here because I got some more content for you guys to make. I got some album reviews to do for you, and some movie reviews coming for you also. So yeah, that would be on the channel, and I will be talking about the CBA negotiation, and everything what's going on with that, and something's going on, and some stuff about the Visa Collier that's coming up. But yeah, man, really really great win for the Las Vegas Aces. Salute to them. Um, Definitely they will be going crazy during the parade. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be something special. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all for watching. I am out. Peace out.